All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Skip and Loafer, episode 8. Ririka.
A formidable foe appears.
Indeed.
Agashira.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
Like I feel like we're in we're watching Ippo and suddenly some crazy boxer just shows up and it's like, all right, let's go.
I'm like, oh, Sendo. Oh,
all right, let's do this. Let's do this.
I'm gonna sendo them to the Shadow Realm.
That's right.
By way of Higashira. I really do want Higashira to have like a really big like shining moment here.
Oh yes.
I love her character so much. So having the opportunity for her and Mitsumi to maybe team up a little bit here would be awesome, especially given that she's aware of their relationship being kind of moving in that direction towards dating, but also even though Mitsumi is trying to do the like, I'm not trying to be like all these other girls and do this thing here that you really just can't stand.
Higashira is low-key like the one cheering her on and like, no, you have to actually go.
It doesn't, you know.
it's the coach being like, go, attack, you know.
Yeah, bite him. Yeah.
Right.
Don't let him go. We have the girl who very much gave that like, what are you doing? Like,
I'm better than all of you.
In the first episode, and she's here. She has a name.
Yep.
She's a supermodel.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Let's go.
Let's
Let's go.
So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Shimosuke!
Yeah.
One of those! Yeah.
Sure.
I'm telling you, this is what Ririka was suspecting.
To protect her.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm telling you though, that's what Ririka was thinking.
Maybe, but she does know Sosuke. Like
no, but that's why she only sees him through that lens.
Yeah, no, that does make a lot of sense.
Because he's already been changing. Like, he's already been, like, stretching out. He's feeling happy.
Because she doesn't take it seriously, she would see this as the, yes, this is what you think you need or what might be nice now. As
I know what's best for you.
No, this is what I need. This is a person that is very complimentary to me.
Right.
You know, yeah.
Grew up together? Yep, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Embroiled in controversy.
Damn.
Hey, both got their little hats.
Nice. Nice. Chuffed with the black hat and everything, like.
Okay. Oh my gosh. What are you doing, girl?
Yes. Fantastic.
This is amazing. Now-chan, yes. This is perfect.
Yeah. That. Wow. That dude looked comfy.
Yeah.
She really just wanted to come see the pandas.
Okay, this might actually be the zoo I went to. Distressingly well. Shimasuke. Yeah, what even is this?
Yeah, right.
He wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just immediate response.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Where are you going? Running away? I love this so much.
Yeah, that's
I love
great.
This. Now, Chan, you're a fucking legend.
Uh-huh. Uh-oh.
Yep. Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, the kid's like, huh? What?
Is your heart beating too fast?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Don't get heat stroke.
みつみちゃん
Oh,
降りたらお土産見て今日は帰ろうか
yeah.
Nice.
また来ればいいじゃん
Yeah. Yeah.
My heart.
Oh. Don't squee now, Chan.
Yeah. Yeah, and then just cut to them.
No, this is pure. This is yeah, it's not who he is. No. Yeah, of
Right.
course you did. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's me. Yeah.
近くのマンゴーかき氷とトーファの店が気になってたのよ。
Do you want to come? Yeah.
Yeah.
お姉さんがおごってあげるわよ。こんだけ歩いたから0キロカロリーよ。おじさんじゃなくておばさん。お姉さん。
Oh.
Yes, get all the accessories.
Oh.
ああ弟が一人
Ah,
3歳
Oh.
baby.
That's a really big age gap, though.
What?
Ah.
やっぱこれみつみちゃんいらない弟来たことあるっぽい
Yeah. So.
関係なくない？島くんからもらうから嬉しいんだよ。
あそっかな
Yeah.
当たり前じゃん。
Yeah.
Are you clueless or something?
Don't you reckon?
Yeah.
そうだねでも次来るときは涼しい季節にしよ
賛成。
Yeah. Yeah. This is definitely the zoo I went to. Yeah. That's awesome.
お邪魔します。
Yes, it has begun.
Let's go.
お泊まり女子会。
And now it's gonna be this thing of like,
急に泊まることになって、ゆずちゃんの家が急遽ダメになったのですが。
お客さん用の布団一組しかないんだけど。
Agasha, nice to see you again.
Yeah,
Again?
yeah. Or nice to meet you. Yeah.
あなたのおばが生物学的には男ということは伝えて
Ah.
びっくりされるとへこむから。
はーい、いい感じの方だね。みつみのおばさんって。
Yeah.
いい匂いするし。
Yeah.
そうでしょ、そうでしょ。なおちゃんはスタイリストなんだよ。かっこいい。
Yeah. Oh, they're so sweet. Yes, exactly. They were respectful and kind and
Yep.
oh.
こういうのならどう？色も甘すぎないし。可愛いかも。いいねしとこう。おしゃれ会話か。
Yeah.
ついていきたい。
The two of them are just like, well,
ベージュが全然
Ah,
似合わない
sad beige for sad beige children.
ミカちゃん、ブルベだね。急に美容ワード出さないでよ。
そんな
の知ってたんだ。なおちゃんに習いましたし。
ah,
君もなんとなく知ってるおしゃれワード。
kinda
ブル
knows.
ベース。
Good to know.
イエベ。
Blueberries.
なごむ。私ずっとこうやって肩の力抜いて話せる友
Nice.
達が欲しかったんだ。だから嬉しい。ちょっとわかるかも。
うん
本当？ミカも？
そんなん改めて言わなくていいって恥ずかしいから柿ピーチョコうまいじゃん
Oh.
別々に食べたくない？甘いとしょっぱいを兼ね備えている完全食。
All around here. Yes.
あら、帰るの？
家族で外食なんだって。ああ、そうだったね。
時間早いな
Yeah.
またね
But you'll be back,
じゃあ
right?
ねじゃあね
How convenient.
もしかして外食って嘘じゃない？やっぱり。
Ah.
だってどうせ夜は恋バナとかになる
And I don't want to be there for that.
おみつの口からしますけの話を聞くのが嫌と。
しますけ。
完全に恋する乙女よね。今年のブラウス、おしゃれの勉強してるんだろうなっていうコーディネート。ツバメにし入るくらいだから根が真面目なのね。それでも自信が持てなくて傷つきたくない。ちょっと懐かしい。
Oh. Oh.
ちょっとでも泊まってもよかったなって思ってるんだったら、外食の日勘違いしてたって今すぐおみつに。
Yes. Fuck yes.
今更恥ずかしい
No, it's not cringe.
Nope.
いいじゃないの恥ずかしくて。恥ずかしいとこあるくらいが可愛いわよ。
Oh.
気遅れしてるのか知らないけど、誰かと本当の友達になれるチャンスなんてそうそうないのよ。
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Come on. Let's go.
I'm gonna cry.
Let's
This is
go.
beautiful.
ごめん向井やっぱ今日行けないわ
おい
So.
母さん俺やっぱ家で食べる全然食べる
Just got ditched.
Yeah.
So.
おつ
どこ行くんだよ
適当散歩散歩
リリカ最近なんか変じゃないか今日は仕事
そう夏休みは撮影多くて明日も朝5時から
いやーじゃあもう帰ろうよ
Yeah, it's rough.
俺も今や結構朝方だし
真面目に学校行ってるおかげ
まあね
あそうだ
She's gonna do the turn here. Yeah.
教室で一緒だったおかっぱの女子とかあんたのお気に入りでしょ
お気にてか普通に仲いいよ
そうだと思った珍獣っぽいのとか好きだもんね宗介
Oh.
人の友達をそういう風に言うなよ
Yeah.
変なのは宗介でしょ炎上騒ぎから4年も経ったからもういいと思ってる私もモデルで復帰できたしね
Oh.
違うからずっと詮索されて攻撃の種にされるんだよ
Yeah.
私はあんたについてったせいで
Oh shit.
Gotcha.
He
Okay.
got roped into it
自分
too.
だけ楽しく高校生活やれると思わないで
ごめん
帰る送って
Damn.
Shit.
手つないでそういうんじゃないから子供の時みたいにだよ
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
肉先に塩コショウしとくわかんない
Oh shit. Oh.
無にして塗り込むべし
And the horror movies. She's not
Yeah,
even
yeah.
flinching.
Thinking about skipping school the next day. Yeah, all right.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Of course, in this show about childhood innocence and living life, we're
Yep.
gonna have our antagonists be the ones that are had their childhood ripped from them, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some lovely, contrasts
Oh
to
yeah.
focus on there. And some of them made out with it better than others, even though they still lost the same things emotionally and psychologically.
Yep.
So then the idea that she's like, no, misery loves company. You have to stay here in the tar pits with me.
Right, and the acquaintances but not friends, and yet, or more than acquaintances but not
More
friends.
than acquaintances.
Yeah,
They're
like-
childhood friends.
Right. No, they're
Yeah.
not friends anymore.
Not friends anymore. Nope.
But it's the yeah. Well,
All right.
this episode had
This
some spice.
gave us some very spicy stuff.
Yeah,
Not the curry or the horror movies or the
Nope.
Relationship drama or the Agashira stuff.
Yeah.
No. It's that Sosuke and Ririka went
Yep.
to a party, some kind of event
Yep.
where there was alcohol and people
Right.
were drinking.
And they
these-
got them to drink too.
And they got them to drink too. Now,
And
this
they're
is the thing.
12.
This is the thing, though. it's not confirmed that they got them to drink, but that's the story. That's the
Sure.
story. That's the rumor. All that happened was that they went to a party where there was alcohol, and thus tabloids ran it and did the whole like, oh, could they have drank there? The
Sure.
scandal.
Although I wouldn't be surprised if they did actually end up
Right,
end
but
up drinking
it
his
doesn't
pressure
matter
to it or whatever.
because that's not what was shown. The point is that from that event, she had her life, her teenage life, effectively ruined.
Yep. And so I love that it's I love that the show sidestepped the thing of it being just the romantic rival kind of deal, because we know that Sosuke likes Mitsumi. So it'd be kind of silly to bring something like that up.
No.
Right? And so that's not what it is. It's the, hey, with this whole past and everything of being in this space.
Yeah.
And then, the connected to the way that the reason that he is the way that he is now. Right? And so it's the, I also dealt with that same thing. I might not have been there if not for you, right? Because, you maybe people pleaser, went along with it or whatever, right? And
You
so
said
now,
it'd be fine. You said it'd be cool.
yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
And so now, shit, I've had to deal with this whole thing. And so,
Now, this is the part that's important to come into perspective with here.
Uh-huh.
They're not that old.
no.
This is something that happened very recently, but also they're not that old, so this is a larger percentage of their life than
Yes.
most of us who are watching this, who imagine if from ages like at the oldest 12, potentially the youngest 11, with 6th grade.
Sure.
Then from there, at least up until probably a year ago in this world's time,
Sure.
she dealt with all this stuff.
Yeah.
Which means all the things that would have made her successful and, looked upon in a positive light
Oh, yeah, it'd be
were then
hell.
twisted into a negative.
Yep. And that's on top of the whole thing of what I thought was going to be more of the drama point that was going to be brought up, because I didn't expect it to be her.
No.
I expected it to be his parents, because
Oh.
one of the other things that was brought up was the whole idea of like, oh, his younger brother is like 3 years old, and like, apparently his younger brother must have gone to this zoo, but he wasn't there as well. And so like
Yeah.
because
his brother actually gets to have a childhood.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing that he hasn't really gotten to have.
Right.
And so, like there are so many ways in which this upbringing has affected both of them, right?
Yeah.
And we get enough to understand at least the some of the important aspects
Right.
of it
The
very
initial
quickly.
layers, yeah.
Yeah, the initial layers. To say nothing of what do we do now, and all of that stuff, and so this was a great way to fully introduce Ririka. I don't
hate her.
I don't hate her, right? It doesn't mean I like her, but
No, she's very understandable.
yeah,
Like it's the kind of situation where, from her perspective, this is her best friend.
sure,
And one of the most painful things is realizing that your best friend is not even really friends with you.
yeah,
One of the things that's really, really painful is realizing that, like, even though he puts up with her, in some ways he's too much of a people pleaser to even
tell her that
tell
he's
her
not
that
friends
he's
with her.
Not even
Yeah.
not friends with her, but he doesn't like her.
Well,
He doesn't even really like
yeah,
her.
and
even though he feels guilty that he did have something to do with this, like there
Oh,
was
sure.
some part that he played, regardless of the details,
Uh-huh.
he feels just enough to spend time with you.
yeah,
But that's about it. That's about the only reason he would do that.
and like
Yeah.
the idea that I really don't think there's like, it's not even like this is a cover for romantic feelings or anything
No.
like that. That really isn't there. And so then take the thing that we had from Mr. Drama Club with the, oh, hey, showing this video where it's the when he was 10 years old, he had no friends, right? And letting that just be fully like communicated and stated. To be in this situation where now the closest connection she has, I'm guessing, with a peer is no, I can tell that you don't even maybe really like me, but because we've both been through shit together, pretend with me that we're friends. Pretend with me that basically
You're an actor.
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
act.
Let's act,
Yeah.
That's what she's going for. That's
enough.
That is enough, and that is the acknowledged thing between the two of them. Like,
Yeah.
holy
She's used
shit.
to so much fake bullshit from people. It's
Yep.
probably just this is what I'm gonna get. This is fine. It's
Yeah.
enough.
Like, wow.
Now she really needs it because it's the only kind of good, emotional connection that she's gonna get. But I fuck, this is a really complicated situation. So I think that she definitely avoided going into the full blackmail setup. She doesn't have that, which I'm really glad that they didn't do that, because that would have just been way too intense for a show like this.
It's just general shaming.
Well, yes, but the thing is that this is not going into criminal stuff. Like, she's not actually like holding something over.
Right.
His head.
I like that was specifically brought up of the what? No, not like that, right? And that's where he's like, okay, sure, I'll go along with it, right? Because it's I get it. Like, in a lot of ways, her doing that, while it's still a manipulative thing and all that stuff, it is an element of vulnerability.
Oh, it is absolutely vulnerability. Like, you know everything about me.
Yeah, exactly, right? I can't
be real with anybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, maybe they have their friends that they hang out with that are all from that group and stuff, but I would love to explore that dynamic in a larger sense, so we could see, like, okay, how vulnerable is everybody really with everybody? Because I could see it kind of being the thing where you're like, if you hang out with old coworkers, right?
Yeah.
If you hang out with old coworkers and you've all been through the same shit that job puts you through, you can kind of pull out the drinks.
Yeah.
You can commiserate and you can
talk
laugh
about all those
it.
problem customers and stuff. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But you're not necessarily being vulnerable. You are just sharing that common interest of the convenience of you guys spent a lot of time together. So you naturally had maybe some more vulnerable moments back then, but in the immediate sense, you don't need to necessarily do them now.
And I fully think that that's what that friend group is. It is literally old coworkers, because they were all child actors together. And I'm guessing,
well, there was the one boy, he was in the class, I believe. So he's not necessarily like, actually working together.
That's true. Was he at the place?
Yeah, he was. He was the one that was like, wait, is it a girl?
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
But so what I meant when I said that was not that they are currently working necessarily, but I could see it being something where it's most of them have in some shape or other gotten out of that life maybe, and so but they keep the connections going.
I think it's more just we all had a past connection at some point. And we found some kind of way to do that. But yeah.
And so now it's this new situation, right, where Shima's been able to find this great new thing, and it's been wonderful. And so it's like, he's leaning into it, and then she comes along and is like, no, you can't do that.
No.
And so, great, we still have a very direct bit of conflict here with regards to the two of them, where it is the past rearing its ugly head, and in this particular case, it's got a face, right? So, okay, how do we deal with this? And yet, because because the situation isn't just some, because it's complicated, the solution is then going to also need to be complicated as well. So, great.
And speaking of complicated situations, Yagashira tried to dip out of one of them, and she came back because fuck yeah, Nao-chan.
Nao-chan, you are a legend.
We fully addressed, because we could tell that Nao-chan was definitely not just in a very straightforward, pun intended, situation here. So given the fact that she's presenting this way, I very much did the like, hey, I don't want you to get bullied, or I don't want you to have any kind of awkward stuff going on here. So just tell them I'm biologically male, so they're not going to freak out or anything. Yeah. People can just suddenly just, reveal more ugly sides about them. But fucking awesome. Yuzu just no, you have a lovely aunt. Like she's so kind and nice.
And the way Now was specifically like listening in outside the door,
because she's a little worried.
She was a little worried, and it's the idea that maybe those insecurities don't ever fully go away, right? And so it's oh wow, that was so sweet, and she just starts just full on waterworks, right?
Right, because she didn't only just like respect the the gender identity preferences as well, but also was like, oh no, like I'm going to affirm her when she's not here, so this is great.
Yeah,
and that was such a sweet thing. And then of course Higashira feeling like the one who's kind of caught in the weird thing where she's like, I don't know if I'm really friends with any of these people.
We're gonna talk about boys eventually, and that's like, totally get it. Right. Totally get it. And so she has the excuse, she dips, and now catches it and is like, doesn't say like, hey, you should go back there. Right. But like, if you want to, you could totally just be like, oh, I got the date wrong. You know, and I love that. I love so much about how that went down. One, Higashioda being like, no, that's cringe. Two, no, it's not, because they're not going to realize
They won't.
They don't. Nobody thinks about you the way to the same degree that you think about
Exactly.
you, right? So
people don't spend that much time analyzing the.
no.
Well,
So one, it's not even cringe.
No.
But even if it was,
nobody would like
a little bit
deal
of
about
cringe
it.
is good.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to be okay with being you, even if other people might say that's a bit cringe, because
Yeah.
what really matters is whether you think it's cringe or not.
Yeah.
Right? And
Right.
so and I love that then Nao-chan is the one that says that, because it's I've very much learned to be confident in who I am, and the way in which she's like, I see so much of myself in you with all of those insecurities and things.
Like,
and
I could draw a direct one-to-one comparison as to probably what it was. Oh, the girls are going to hang out. Okay, well, I want to hang out with all the girls. Oh, well, they're all going to talk about the boys or something.
yeah.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
right, and I
Like,
don't right.
Yeah, like there's so many ways in which this could have been like very relatable for Nao-chan, but then having Higashira actually being willing to talk a lot about this, them having that hilarious
Oh yeah, a bit of following the date
hilarious
and everything to
following the date bit.
that
and
was
everything.
so good. And as
Oh my
I gotta say,
God.
I really appreciated that, you know, anime tends to be very dramatic with
Yes.
with things like this. And so the fact that for the majority of the show, we didn't even have any kind of confirmation or whatever that Nao-chan was trans, right? And then when it happens, the actual confirmation from it comes in the, oh, you know, Higashira's got her disguise to go watch on the date. And Nao-chan was like, oh yeah, I want to watch the date, but I also don't want to ruin it. Oh, hey, disguise. Boom.
Perfect.
Done. Like that was so fantastic. And then, you know, fully like confirming it for the friends when they then come over for the party and everything. Great.
Yeah. Oh, it's just really sweet to see the four girls also just spending time together despite being so different. We
Yep.
got some really good stuff with Yuzuki, starting to learn a little
like
bit
that.
more about what her situation was like.
Because that is something that I feel like we didn't get too much of, because it was more of like her like current present struggles, you know, rather than like, yes, clearly she has like a backstory, you know. Okay, here's how she got to be here.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah. And we've had that kind of aspect of things with Mitsumi, kind of learning the best way and to be approachable while kind of balancing her cringe and her prickliness. And so those two things, actually, you can lean into them. Be a bit blunt. Be a bit goofy.
Yes.
Just live.
Be you.
Stop trying to question all this stuff about whether other people are going to feel or think about it this way.
Be the way that Mitsumi and Sosuke are in the OP, and just dance your little heart out without a care in the world.
Dance your little fucking heart out. Yeah.
So something that I just made a connection with, and I want to know what you think about this.
Yeah.
So
I have
they're
a
on the
lot to
date.
talk about, so go for it.
They're at the zoo. It's really hot.
Yes.
Yeah, and so it's like, okay, oh boy. But Mitsumi is like, no, I want this date to go well. And Sosuke ends up calling it early.
Right. Because he could tell that she was struggling. Yeah.
She was struggling, and he does the awesome thing of the, hey, we can go again.
Yeah.
Which is just so wonderful. And the way that scene happened and everything, it was perfect. But I want to throw out there that this is also, in some ways, a connection point to the bit with Ririka, because, oh, hey, he's in a situation where someone might not necessarily feel comfortable saying they don't want to be here anymore.
Sure.
And so
That's
he
cool.
reads into that, and he's like, I got you.
Right.
Right? Like he's got an eye for it. And that's...
We don't know if the people pleaser thing came about because of the pain of seeing a friend go through all that stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
And realizing then like, oh, I need to make sure I read into everything perfectly so that I don't fuck up like that ever again.
Right, because maybe he like didn't read into that kind of stuff, you know, and so he thought that like, oh no, yeah, she's totally cool with this, or
she said it's fine.
She's
so.
a little bit on, you know, like she's a little bit nervous, but that's fine.
That's
you know,
fine.
like
Everybody's like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
people
yeah.
might be nervous at different times, and that doesn't mean it's like
Or she's a bit introverted, so yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Versus the like, no, this is not like a I'm a bit uncomfortable. This is like a red light, you know,
Right.
stop please.
Yeah.
And so that's so many different interconnected things here, and I adore this show, and I love how the characters are written and portrayed and all of that stuff.
I love how the characters are written and portrayed so much too. Yeah, there's so much to praise about it. The idea of directly kind of paralleling the problems of these characters with each other, like throughout the cast, is really impressive. I really do feel like Mitsumi deserves the main character spot for this story because she carries little lessons of all the other character struggles within herself, and yet she's not just solving all of them. She's kind of just bumbling her way through it every day,
right?
And she just has enough self-awareness to go,
yeah,
I might need to ask for help with this. I don't know what I'm doing.
Exactly. She's so honest with herself and with the people around her that she makes for a great foil to kind of
everybody. Yeah.
Because then they go, oh, gotcha. This is a measuring stick for me to then look at myself and be like, huh. You know, and then kind of it doesn't matter what kind of person they are, right? Like if Higashira was the main character, she would only really work as far as character interactions go with certain specific people, right? Like there wouldn't be as many different ones. It wouldn't quite work the same way.
Maybe not with Makoto. Sure.
Yeah. But then Mitsumi, nah. And if she doesn't need to be there, she doesn't need to be there.
That's true.
You know?
That's true. This show can stand on its own two legs with any of the characters. I would say that, yes, I definitely do want to continue developing the characters of Mitsumi and Sosuke, like,
because of course
together, you know. But having episodes like this where we don't see them really interact much after the date, the moment there, has a nice fun balance to it.
Yeah, the Naocha and Higashira interactions, I think, are like testament to how good. It's like I never expected these characters to interact, like ever, really, right? Like okay, which also, by the way, this just goes to show how you can get awesome stuff out of having parental type characters, even though Naocha isn't actually her parent, you know, but having the adult figure, right? That is sort of the guardian character in the teen story, right? Yep. You can have wonderful things happen from that.
Because they can just see all the nonsense as they try to hide themselves behind their personas and masks and stuff. Yeah.
And so to then, you know, have this happen between two characters that I never expected to interact, it's just another docket in the list, the growing long list of this show could take any two characters, like just name some, pick them. Have Fumi interact with Yuzuki for some reason, you know, right? Like, I could totally see that being fantastic.
It would work,
yeah.
It'd be amazing.
Okay.
Yeah. Many things to praise. I would say the Higashira being built more and more into the dynamic, even as she tries to pull herself away from this, feels a lot like the way things are going with Sosuke, but then also having having less and less of a reason to be kind of irrationally upset with just this group of girls. Like we saw many things in this episode where it's just like, yeah, you actually have a lot of things in common with them. You don't have to keep that view of yourself of like, oh, am I one of those awful people that would do that?
Right.
No, like
Yuzuki was actually able to seriously connect with you on the fashion things. Like, I could have totally seen Higashira like discounting what Yuzuki said as like she's just being nice because she knows that that's something that I'm insecure about, yada, yada. And then the compliment just becomes a reminder of, you know, her own negative self-talk, you know?
Yeah.
But no, it was actually that like you were able to like chat about it and stuff. And even Mitsumi could kind of jump in with the stuff that she's picked up from Naochan, you know? Right? Like that is genuine connection that's happening there.
Exactly.
Right? Like the ugly sides of yourself, yes, work on them, but also like don't get so focused on them that you can't accept yourself in the middle of them, you know?
Right.
So
I also loved the 3-frame transitions between the horror movie watching.
With Makoto just like...
Makoto just being like, I don't even care. But I think my favorite part about it was that they slowly but surely got closer to each other over the course of the whole thing.
And Higashira like taking the panda to like cover her face.
It's like, no, I can't.
Yep.
I am absolutely Higashira in this situation. I am the scaredest person when it comes to horror movies. When I see like things going absolutely wild like that in like a movie theater just for trailers for horror movies, I'll literally like do this. I can't watch it. It's just too much.
So what I need to happen at some point.
Yes.
There's all this like dramatic stuff happening.
Sure.
And Makoto is privy to it, even though she's not involved in it. And I need her to do a Gendo Akari, like a Gendo Akari pose as they're like discussing it. Like,
I feel like we could get a reference.
I feel like they could totally
like that
do
is
that.
actually something that we could see happen.
Like it was.
I don't know if it
almost,
necessarily be about the exact things that you're wanting it to.
Sure, but like a Gendo Akari pose from Makoto at some point, with some reason for it to make sense in.
It's sad is I feel like you're 100% right that it's going to be the case, but it's going to be literally like someone like later being like, yeah, you need to go read the fucking manga though, like, because they're never going to get a season 2 of this,
Yeah, probably. Like, no, this is going to get a season 2.
I would read the manga. I if they were like, yeah, we're not going to get any anime for this anytime soon, I'd be like, fuck, I'm reading the manga. Like,
I would want to. What I would want to do is read the manga of the stuff of season 1 to compare, because the art style is absolutely gorgeous and fantastic.
Art style is wonderful,
but
even the backgrounds too.
Oh yeah, but I don't know how much of the general effect of like the comf and all of that stuff also comes from the presentation of the
music
of
and
the
everything.
anime. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but
There's definitely a lot that this anime is doing that wouldn't be possible to show in a manga in the same way.
right, and yet
That
you
is
could totally have it
elevating
come
the
out in some
experience for
different
sure.
way, and
Right.
hence
So,
why I'd want to like compare with the
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But all right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So yeah, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.